Well, good morning. Francis here with the Texas Roadrunner channel. I got a brand new iPad. Yay, right? But I also went to Academy and got this big waterproof bag for it, because what I want to do is hook it up to my deeper fish finder so I can, see all the neat stuff. But while I was there, I saw this. Almost $15 for a buoy? Now I do have one of those buoys. You're wondering, why did I spend so much money on 15 bucks, for this buoy here? Because, well, at the time, I guess it was about 2.5 years ago, I took Stephanie or youngins out to the hill country. We went tubing down the one of the rivers, the Rio Frio, and I brought this to put all my my phone and my keys and my wallet. But if you remember from those videos, and I'll put a link down, I didn't use it and something bad happened, huh? I'll let you check out those videos. I think it was day 2. But anyway, coming back to this, I started thinking, can I do something a whole lot cheaper? And this is what I did. So I started out over at Lowe's to pick up these links. They were pretty cheap, $148. And then I also found some rope. Then I went to the Home Depot and I actually found some better links. These were coated in plastic, so I figured it would last better. But then I needed some pool noodles. Walmart did not have pool noodles. Neither did Target. So I had to go to a pool store, Leslie Pool Supplies, and guess what? They had pool noodles. So as you saw, I got these spring-loaded links over at the Home Depot for like $2.37 each, and I found these at the Lowe's hardware store for $1.37 each. And of course I found some rope over here. I think that was like less than $2, and it's the nylon rope. And of course silicone glue. If duct tape is the handyman's secret weapon, well, the silicone glue is the crafter's secret weapon. And then again, as you saw, I went to that pool place and I bought a big old huge pool noodle. And let's see if we can turn all of this into something like this. Well, so as you can see here, I'm just cutting up the pool noodles. I guess they're pretty much, I'm thinking about 6 to 8 inch in length. About the same, well, a little bit longer than the Academy buoy, but that's all I'm doing. It would be nice if I could find the end of this rope. Laughing out loud. I'm not sure just what happened. My camera just went out. But what I did was took a length and about an arm's length. I tied 2 square knots, and then I wrapped it around and tied 2 more square knots and turned it into, well, actually the last knot looks like a granny knot. So I have some wax paper right here. And what I'm going to do is take the silicone glue here, cut it open, and I'm just going to layer this glue all across this big knot. I'm not sure whether you can see this or not. And you know what I need to do is put on some rubber gloves to smooth all the glue out, which is what I'm going to do next. So when I come back, I'll have all this stuff, the leads or the rope and the links completed. So hang in there. So I finished knotting up the links with a series of square knots. Just keep track of your leftover rights and your rights over lefts. And so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put the glue around it to not only strengthen the knot, but to protect it. So now it's just a waiting game. We'll wait for the glue to dry, and then we will attach it to our dissected pool noodles, right? Well, it is about 1 hour later, and the glue is still drying. It's kind of like surf fishing, right? You throw your lines out, and it turns into a waiting game. I'm finished coating the links, well, not the links, but the knots to the links with that silicone glue. So these knots should last a very, very long time. One other further comment, the black links I got from Home Depot, if you remember, and they're coated with some kind of plastic, so that's good. These two other ones here I got at Lowe's. Again, they were a whole lot cheaper, only $1.37. They're not coated, so I would recommend, whether you're freshwater fishing or saltwater, whatever you're into, you know, like tubing or kayaking, to wash the water off after. It looks like about 6 to 8 inches, I'm guessing, where the boat buoy is and where you attach things to your buoy. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm going to run it through the hole of the pool noodle. Let's see, it looks like, I don't know, this is probably more than 6 to 8 inches. I'll tie it off at this point. Again, I'm going to do a couple of square knots, just because it's the Boy Scout in me. I'm going to do it several times. So it looks like we got about 2 square knots in here. I'm going to move the square knot inside the hole. Now remember earlier I was telling you about how I had this idea about increasing the buoyancy of the buoy. So I'm just going to take this glue and I'm going to seal both holes. And since silicone glue is flexible and this is flexible, meaning the pool noodle is flexible and the rope is flexible, it should all hold together. So I'm just going to cap this end off. Let's see, I think it's, here we go. Not sure if you're able to see this or not. I'm just capping off one end, and then I'm going to cap off the other end. So now I'm just going to let it dry, and I don't want to waste your time watching me do the same procedure for, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more or 7 more or whatever. So I'm going to pause the video and do the same operation with the other buoys, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I ran out of glue. I had to go back to Lowe's and pick some more up. I'm almost done here with sealing these buoys. So let me finish up real quick. I'm getting better with my gluing job. I guess practice makes perfect. And actually I should probably pause the video because I know you don't want to see me finishing up the rest of these buoys as far as gluing the ends out. So let me just pause it here and I'll finish up. So I finished up with the gluing jobs, you know, to glue the holes on both ends, and I'm hoping that it will make it a lot more buoyant. So we're going to let the glue dry, and then maybe we can do a little testing with this stuff. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to take these buoys along with this one out to the, I guess you call it fishing dock, pier, whatever, out at one of the bayous. And I have you know, one of these waterproof bags, and we'll test it out. You know, I'm just looking at a weight like you know, phones, a wallet, watch, keys, that type of thing. And we'll just see if it keeps it up or not. See you at the bayou. So I'm trying to make this realistic. I have a couple weights here, usually used for surf fishing or whatever. And I'm trying to get a feel for how many weights my car keys, a camera, and my wallet would be. And it looks like it's looks like these package of 4 6-ounce weights are a little bit more heavier than my camera. Think of the camera like your cell phone, but I'm using my cell phone to record this right now. And so I'm gonna put 2 of these packages, about 24 ounces, so that's about 1.5 pounds into this water bag, and then we'll take it out to the back to the bayou and see if we can keep her floating. So we're out here at one of the local bayous. I was just out here a couple of days ago throwing out some ditch pickles. I mean topwater baits. Those are gonna crack up when he hears this. I got skunked. Nothing to report. But I figure this would be a good place to do the test on the buoys. Now it looks like the commercially produced buoy that I bought at Academy is doing the job off of 1.5 pounds of lead. So let's pull this one up and see if the homemade buoy will do just as well. Success, success. The homemade buoy is doing just as well. That's 1.5 pounds of lead in there. Now just for funsies, I'm going to add another 12 ounces of lead. Okay, I think that was the limit there because it did sink. So it's good for 1.5 pounds of things that you want to save, but when you get up to, I'm sorry, let's see, 12 and 12, it's 24 ounces. That's like pound for 8, yeah, 1.5 pounds, but when you go over 2 pounds, it'll sink. Okay, let's reiterate what just happened here. I put 12 and 12, 24 ounces of lead in the waterproof bag, and the homemade buoy worked just fine. And then I added another 12 ounces and it sunk. So, you know, that's why I did that realistic weight test. I mean, you take your wallet, your phone, a camera, or whatever, and put it in that bag, and that weighs less than, you know, the lead weights that I put in there. So let's hit the house again and then do another reiteration on the cost breakdown. Okay, I'm back from the bayou now. One test I didn't do that I should have was to take the Academy buoy and put it under 2.5 pounds of lead and see if it would have sunk. I'm pretty sure it would, because they were both behaving the same way with 1.5 pounds. Let's see. Oh yeah, cost breakdown. So pool noodle, $5. These links, the metal ones here, they were like $2.50 each. Plus I had two that were like $1.50, and I'm rounding these numbers up. That was a total of $18. Rope was about $4, and the glue, yeah, I had to go back and get some more. Total around $4. Total cost $31 divided by 8 buoys that I got here was $3.88. It's probably a little less because I was rounding up all these numbers. So, was it a worthwhile project? I don't know. I'm going to let you decide. I was talking to a friend about what I was doing, and she said, well, I would have just paid the 15 bucks for this and gone out. But I think I was just bored and looking for something to see if I could even do it, you know. And while researching this project, there were some other interesting things you could do with pool noodles. So guys, be safe out there, and until next time, where's my clicker? Take care. Oh, one final thought. So I've learned an awful lot about pool noodles on this project. They can be very handy and be used for a good number of do-it-yourself projects. But at the same time, they can be a lot of fun. I'm Francis Kiefel, and I approved this video.